Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie, and this time around, for RPGs that I didn't play, as soon as we get through the health and safety warnings, I forgot that this was at the start.
Good job.
hmm
Um, One pretty familiar to a
God,
lot
that
of
health and
people.
safety warning is bright.
Yeah, welcome to the GBA.
Oh,
Thank you for the follow. Oops. Found out if you
what?
double click the emulator, it full screens it.
Oh,
Oh, that's gonna be in the recording, but I had to adjust the window. Oops,
it's
sorry.
fine.
um,
Newbie's playing Final Fantasy VI.
yeah, that one that everybody talks about.
Mhm.
Um, I never got through this game all the way, mainly because it was one of those. I played it on the PlayStation, and
Oh,
I
You poor
was
man.
my PlayStation time was riddled with RPGs I never got through all the way because I had a really faulty memory card that would sometimes erase data.
Oh, no, no, that's not the real reason. The real reason is the load times on the PlayStation for this game were horrendous.
I had a lot of
yeah.
free
You
time.
had to wait. You had to wait about 20 to 30 seconds to get into each battle.
Look, I was in middle school, so time was not a problem for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hold up. There we go. But anywho, let's just get this underway. New game. Because this
So,
has a intro.
pretty long.
Yep. So in the meantime, those of you on both stream and on YouTube will notice that I'm keeping the tradition of titles being based off movies slash books. With this one being of Magicite and Men. Kama and I were trying to come up with a title, and we kind of just kept going at a point. So
Oh no.
let me just read off some.
No,
of
no, no, no,
these.
no, 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 no. Save him. Save him.
No, because a lot of them really only work for 6.
Yeah, save
Um,
him for the. I mean, are you going to change the title of it
No.
for every week, right?
No.
Oh,
yeah,
never
it'll
mind
always
then.
be this.
So
Okay, never mind then. Go ahead.
there was Celus's Adventure in the World of Ruin,
Mm-hmm.
to be Alice in Wonderland, the original
Mhm.
title. There was the original working title for this, which was Of Moogles and Men.
Mm-hmm.
The Importance of Being Espers.
Mm-hmm.
Setzer in the Rye.
That's a good one.
Great Esperitations. That one's like really hard to just say.
Expectations, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Terra Potter and the Emperor's Stones.
Wow.
I don't know. I always liked Kefka's Metamorphosis.
That one's also
Dang
really
it! I
good.
was getting there. I really was.
Do Espers dream of phantom trains?
Yeah.
Pride and Magitech.
Mm-hmm.
A Magitech Orange?
Where else are we looking at here?
Suplex on the Poltergeist Express actually got me to laugh out loud. And the final one on this list, the Ultros of the Opera.
Why didn't you go with like 50 Shades of Cyan?
Oh,
We could have kept going forever, but
I
yeah.
know. Sorry, it just popped in my head.
that one's also very good. But yes, we had a time coming up with names. I wanted to keep it simple, so I went of Magicite and Men.
You also could have gone with Gal Gaigar. Or A Realm Reborn. You really can go forever. Anyway, this is my favorite part of the whole game, so let's watch this.
Mode 7.
Although things load in at different paces.
The emulation is hard.
This music is so perfect.
Oh,
for
it's
this.
great. I love this. Terra's theme is fantastic.
Mhm.
There is actually so in Final Fantasy 14, when you beat the main story, you get a Magitech armor to ride around.
Mhm.
It was just a free mount that you get from beating a Realm Reborn 2.0. In patch 2.4, 2.5, something like that, like really late in it, they actually patched the armor to play a remix of this song when you rode in it.
I mean, it's a good song, but I could see that being painful for people who don't like it.
It's like a good riding song. And like a lot of different mounts have various songs attached to them, so it's not like a weird thing. In fact, there's a whole series of mounts that you get for beating the super hard primal fights that play the themes of the primals.
No, that's cool. One thing I like about this game is that every single character has their own theme. Yeah, some of them are used for multiple reasons. I mean, Locks and the Returners is the exact same. But
Some themes are used very few times, though.
Terra's is my favorite.
Oh, yes. Terrace is very good.
Gameplay.
Whose is it?
So here's our team of Wedge, Biggs, and...
Can we name her that full time?
No.
Well, it's fucked up because coming off of 4, I'm like, they fucking started with a mithril knife? The intro to this game is very much a get used to battle system, because you don't actually have an attack command, you have use your armor, whereas, what is the switch?
And
there we go.
Question mark person has a much more complete option for using her Magitech than the other two.
I always use the missile, even though it's not the best.
Yeah, the missile does the most pure damage to one target. The I think Bioblast or whatever it's called is the one that does AoE damage.
Yeah, you can cast everyone. So everyone in chat, I want you to, when it gets time to name characters, just put a bunch of names that we're going to ignore.
Yes.
I want to see what everyone wants to see.
So when I was, I don't know, 7 when this game came out, 6, it's been a while. The second time I played through this game, I killed the other 2 characters because I didn't care about them and just let Mystery Lady there take care of this by herself.
Mm-hmm. Are we going to maintain, deniability and say that we don't know who this person is?
I don't know who this green-haired lady is. Green-haired lady.
She's wearing a bathing suit with shoulder pads.
What the? How do you know that? She's sitting in an armor.
Fair enough.
I blame costume design.
I blame sprite limitations.
Yeah, that too.
Nice, 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 nice.
Yeah. Magitech Missile. It's a thing.
It does the good number.
Mm-hmm. So 4 people attack you, yet there's only 3 in the fight.
When the dogs ran away, it knew what was
Well,
up.
sprite limits, you can't, in a pincer attack, you couldn't have too many.
Yeah, I think you can
Pretty
only have
sure.
a certain amount of dudes.
Mystery Lady can cast magic.
Yes, she can.
Yep.
It was mentioned that she could take out 50 of those Magitech armors by herself in 3 minutes. So, she's loaded for bear.
Can you not run in the Magitech armor?
I don't believe so.
You can't run with the sprint shoes in this game. Or did they change that?
That's something that I think that was changed for the GBA version.
I've been saving
that's good
Bioblaster for this.
That's exactly why, yep.
Fart cloud and destroyed. We're gone. We're done.
You can kill a lot of things with poison.
Oh, wow, that messed with some things at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, that's the other reason I didn't want to use it too much.
the GBA wasn't a perfect port, but they did a pretty darn good job. They did fix a lot of bugs from the first game.
The bugs were kind of fun, though.
Did we mention I'm playing a version of the game that fixes some stuff?
Yeah, you have a version of the game that fixes some of the bugs that came
Oops.
from the SNES version of the GBA, but there were some bugs that the SNES version had that were fixed the first time it moved from the SNES to the GBA. Such as evasion actually does something now.
Well,
Hey, that's good.
well, I was more talking about the fact that the GBA port, because of the sound chip on the GBA, has really bad renditions of a lot of the music in this, and we're actually playing a hack of the game that puts the soundtrack back to where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think the GBA port was on mono, and this is on stereo,
That's
and
good.
also other stuff. All right, are you ready for reading comprehension, the boss?
We were talking about how Final Fantasy V has puzzle bosses. Here's another one.
Yeah.
No,
Good
this is your requisite first Final Fantasy boss that has a move where if you hit it in the wrong way, it counterattacks.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's called a lightning welk, but this thing's, to me, it's always well, not Ymir.
Mm-hmm.
So, 2 targets, you got the head and the shell. You want to only attack the head, otherwise you get messed up.
It is possible to blow up the shell. It takes like 15 minutes.
It eats lightning and stores it in its shell.
Let's shoot it with lightning.
Yeah, that's all Newbie's doing.
Bye, Ymir.
Rock.
So Newbie, if you had a soul break, what would your soul break be? Firing out lightning?
Riding the lightning.
Like me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I summon you as a roaming warrior in Final Fantasy Record Keeper.
Falling over and eating shit, and somehow my sword falls on the enemy.
Fair enough.
Oh, right. Time doesn't progress in menus.
Yeah, you need to set that actually for it to progress while you're in menus.
I don't want it to progress in menus. Menus are my thinking time. Unfortunately, like, many puzzle bosses, once you understand how to beat it, it just becomes like,
Why are you not shooting it with missiles?
did they do more damage?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like 2.5 times as much damage.
Yeah, look at
Yeah, look at that. Bam. Just paint the wall with that poor Welk. Goodbye, buddy. Yeah, I think if you blow up the shell, you get an elixir for that fight.
Ooh.
It's not worth it.
You can get elixirs very easily in other...
Yes, you can get one in about 2 minutes. By the way, in case you're curious, yes, there are random encounters in this cave.
Yep.
They're just set really, really low at the start.
Theoretically, you could level to level 99 in this cave.
You could do it.
You shouldn't.
Never should do
For
that.
many reasons.
Oh man, Biggs and Wage gained another level.
My favorite two
Interesting.
characters, Biggs and Wedge.
They have a strong future ahead of them.
Well, Wedge does.
There it is. Good old Valley Garmonda.
You mean Tritalk?
Valley Garmonda.
Sure.
Is it called Tritalk in this version? It's
No.
Tritalk in the SNES one.
It's Valley Garmonda in this version.
Ugh.
Oh,
Or what it should actually be called is probably just Quetzalcoatl. But
rest in peace, them two.
Who are they again? I wouldn't worry about it.
My favorite character is Big and Weg.
I like how it didn't even
Vixen
cast
Duo.
spells; it just unmade them.
Yes.
My favorite two characters, Big and Small.
Mm-hmm.
Biggie
It's
Smalls.
okay. We'll see them again in Final Fantasy VIII. See, that's actually what
They're
happened.
7 as well, aren't they?
They were Yes, they were. They were transported to the next game.
I mean, technically 7 is the end of the timeline for Biggs and Wedge.
Oh, time to name this character. All right, everyone in chat, give me your names.
Tina.
Well, she's a witch, but she's a good witch, so I say Glenda.
It's not too bad. So this house has a very important thing in it called a clock. Check every clock you see in this game.
Yeah, this game kind of fucked me up for a bit on clocks in video games.
I don't know what their fascination was with clocks, but
And I say I'm probably just gonna say the default names.
I mean, we're going to refer to them as their default names no matter what you name them, so yeah, in order to prevent...
select default. So in the SNES version, they were all capital letters for all the things, so it's Terra.
Now it's just Terra. Terra, as the chat said earlier, is blonde in Dissidia,
Mm-hmm. She was supposed to be blonde.
but they decided to go with green for some reason.
I think it's to keep her sprite looking quite different from Celis.
Yes.
I guess, yeah.
Also green hair rules.
What was I gonna say? Oh, Crumb, did you see any of Loon's hard mode playthrough?
Of this?
Yeah.
No.
His naming scheme was pretty good for the names.
This way, quickly. Hold on a sec. I
Hold
gotta
up,
go check
I
something.
gotta get a thing. I believe
Seems the
his
clockmakers are pretty good at hiding stuff.
I believe his name for Terra was !human.
I mean, that's
Okay.
fair.
Okay, so she is wearing... It looks like she's wearing pants in this version.
She
That's
is.
good. Oh, wait, no.
No, I do not think so.
She's not. You see her from behind, and she's not. So she's wearing a bathing suit, a belt, some shoulder pads, and, like, knee-high boots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Banished to the void.
However, you may realize that she has the same color scheme as Red Tunic Link
Huh.
in her clothes.
Yeah, would you look at that? You got this, Terra. Actually, no, yeah, you're actually pretty good.
Yes. She's got this. She can just stab things.
One of the things that really kind of, again, messed me up with the RPG characters is she's supposed to be your mage, but she is tough.
Yes. She is a equally, well, not equally, she's a little bit better at magic than she is physical, but she's really good at being physical too.
Yeah. And one of her abilities later on just makes her even better at being physical, even though it's supposed to be a magic boost.
I mean, it makes her better at everything.
Yeah.
1 and 2 is the faster one there. Yeah. You might want to set up cursor position to remember, because if you're going to have someone do the same thing over and over and over again, it'll make things a little bit easier.
Auto dash on.
No,
Yeah.
never. I
It's
think
actually not that bad in this game, but fair. I think there's a button you can press to dash.
Yeah, I got it. It's just that right now the speed difference between. Wow, the ATB is kind of snail pace in this game, isn't it?
It's a snail pace if you only have one person. When you have 4
Mhm.
people, it's much better.
Yep.
This game is very much made for a party of not one person.
So Terra is supposed to be exotic sounding for American audiences, unlike
Yes.
Tina, which was exotic sounding for Japanese audiences.
Mhm.
I got this one. Why change a row when you can just set them on fire?
What I like about this game is you can actually press L or R to make any spell you cast multicast.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know.
We're using the Game Boy Advance version, as we said earlier, because the Game Boy Advance version fixes a bunch of the bugs, but Newbie's using a version with a patch that fixes the music. Because the music is better in the SNES version, but the game is maybe a little less buggy in the GBA version.
Let me see if I can find that link for people in the chat that I gave to Newbie.
Yeah. Also, don't what? Well, he. That's a move.
Don't what?
That's his big move. I was just gonna say, don't play the Steam version. Do not play the Steam version.
Oh, don't play the Steam version. Don't play the PS1 version. Yeah, just...
That should be the link to a place that has a ROM with the sound patch already put onto it. I want to have Tara heal herself soon.
Nah, she's fine.
I think I see how she took out all those Magitech.
Yeah. This
Turns
is
out
her...
when you can multicast, or not multicast, but multi-target spells, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, the thing they didn't tell you is that she took out all 50 at the same time.
So Terra is sort of a fire elemental, because that's the stuff that she gets for free.
Tara learns a certain amount of spells on her own. She does go towards fire stuff, but she also picks up a decent amount of curing spells. I think she picks up a couple like status effect spells as well.
Now, there's other characters later on that start with magic, but they have different spells.
Yeah, but they both have. I mean, they both actually have a list that they pick up that at certain levels they learn certain thing. And I don't think they altered the when they pick up spells in this game. But I know there have been plenty of ROM hacks and all that other stuff and what have you that have changed when the 2 characters or 3 characters or what have you get spells at certain levels. But Tara here learns like the most powerful spell in the game at level 99, but you have to get her to 99 in the process.
Which we're not doing.
That's up to Newbie.
Oh, look, Kefka just walks in a Magitech armor as well.
Yeah, you can use it. Also,
It's
who's
not
this Kefka
suit-
guy?
Yeah, it's not suited for battle. It's just, he's there. He's using it for fashion.
He's using it to keep up with her. If I could be on a 10 to 12 foot, riding machine, I can move a heck of a lot faster than I could on foot.
Here's
There's
a
some
number of the
Important
major
characters.
players.
Yeah.
The other woman there is also wearing a bathing suit with shoulder pads, but she has a cape.
Which is completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that just the Imperial armor for women?
Maybe. You don't meet too many women in the Imperial thing. She's
No.
fine.
The only other women you really see in this game are little girls and old women.
Kind of.
Oh god, no, this...
Okay, what's the name for this guy?
Hold up, sorry, I'm having a moment because of the song that started playing.
Yep. This is the lock theme. Did you know that?
What? No, this is... fucking...
This is the theme for another group that we're about to meet in 10 to 12 minutes.
It's also the lock theme, but...
Yeah, that is expressly what I was thinking of. You got it.
Oh, the name you should have chosen for this guy is like... who's a famous thief? Lupin?
Yeah,
Yes.
Lupin.
Goemon?
Robin. You could have gone with Robin.
Yeah, Robin. Or Loxley. Hey! I wonder if that had anything to do with it.
I don't know if his name's actually supposed to be Locke or Loki. And it was just
Oh.
badly translated, but I like lock more because it's like he's picking a lock.
Yeah,
And it's a really dumb pun.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It seems to be a bit on the nose. I'm not sure if she would look to join a resistance group like the Returners, the one
There
I'm
we
a
go.
member of.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I think I've recovered at this point.
You good?
I'm good. I'm better now.
By the way, he just finds her.
Yep.
We cut out the whole thing about him getting there. It's just, yep, she's fine. Or maybe not.
Since he is a thief, he just ran from every battle.
Treasure hunter.
Treasure hunter with the steel command. Oh no, the mummy and his army of werewolves are after you.
Moogles!
Come, the Moogle army.
Yeah, no kidding. There are a bunch of Moogles here.
Alright, I remember this stuff. This is the... I don't need an explanation for this. This is the defense minigame.
Mm-hmm.
Actually... Oops.
You got 3 teams.
As with most defense minigames, the best thing to do is to be aggressive.
Yep. You should most certainly make use of that second group, though.
It's the plan. I'm just... In case I miss anybody, I'm just covering my bases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And away we go. Cosmog.
Mug. Wow.
I think it's more Cosmo G.
So each Mog has a different weapon. That's the gimmick here.
Some of those weapons are pretty good, like that boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them not so good, like the brush that one on the top used.
Alright, so Mog here is actually extremely important.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, he's an actual character.
And you can actually de-equip him here and take some of his stuff.
What the? Actually, that's not... I was unaware of that.
It's not amazing, but it's a nice little boost.
Yep.
He doesn't have too much stuff on him, actually. So, Locke, despite being a treasure hunter, is a thief.
Mhm.
Good at stealing things.
The spear's pretty good, yeah, and if I remember correctly, we will acquire a spear user very shortly.
I just
And
love that one of the Moogles just happens to have a gigantic morning star.
Yeah, the Moogle's ready to go.
Time to dance.
Yes, Mog is a dancer.
Fiesta.
But unlike other dancers, Mog goes nuts.
Yeah, he dances. He's a dancer geomancer.
I'd say he's more like a dance berserker, because once he starts dancing, he doesn't stop.
That's true.
Can't stop
But
the
he
rhythm.
also,
Yeah, he's very much the
Dances-
geomancer. You're right.
according to where he is, yeah. So, because Mog fought a battle in the caves, he can now do the dance of the caves.
Should I worry about keeping these Mogs up?
Nope.
No. As long as you have something in order to fight the final boss, you're fine.
Honestly, Mog's group here can take care of that last guy there on the right, and then let the third Mog group take out the boss.
Yes, Mog also uses spears, so he is a lancer as well as a dancer geomancer.
Yeah, this is the reason why in Record Keeper, like, fucking Dina is not sure what the fuck to do with Mog at all.
You can make him a dragoon.
He was, for a really long time, the only healer for the Sixth Realm.
Not
Really?
the only healer. Terra can heal, but he was a better healer than her.
Okay, let's do the needful.
Mog, your weapon's awesome, so we're gonna take this and also, this other thing.
Mhm.
Huh. The other Mogs technically don't have equip. No, you can't. You just can't actually go in there.
If you go to the equip thing, or to check equipment, and then press like left or right, I think it'll let you select all of them, and you can look at their gear. But they've only got like a weapon each.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Maybe it's R. I forget what it is, but there's a way you can look at everybody's gear. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Maybe, yeah, maybe status. I'm actually kind of curious. Status doesn't show weapons. Oh well.
No, there's a definite way you can look at everyone's gear, and I forget what this way to click it is.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
The
Team
important
3.
thing is you took Mog's weapon away from him.
No, the
Oh,
important thing is that one Moogle's name is Maguel.
Yeah.
He's my favorite. I love him.
So even if without a weapon, Mog can totally one-shot the boss by himself with his dance move. But this group of 4 is probably better for the fight.
Hold up, I'm I forgot to hit A for next. Oh, okay, there we go. Yep, that was it. You hit A to look at the next thing. It's a chain flail, mithril sword, and a moonring blade.
Okay.
I'm very curious about the Mogs in Team Lock. We have mithril spear, a morning star, and mithril claws.
So the claw and the spear aren't so good, but that morning star is.
And then team other Mog, we got the chocobo brush, mithril spear, mithril sword, and boomerang. Which going by pure numbers here. Actually, the one with the brush is pretty strong.
A brush is a much later weapon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boss fight.
So, why are you doing the boss fight with these guys?
They're a decent balanced team.
Okay,
Also, if they get beaten up, it's not a big deal.
fair enough.
Isn't there a gimmick to this fight like you don't kill the dogs?
No, you should kill the dogs.
Okay.
The dogs will eat you.
You pause?
Yes.
Okay.
You are adorable little
Oh,
morsel bears.
Oh yeah, the leader's gonna hit you hard.
I think hard's an understatement. Nice. You got him, Cosmog. Oh, crit. Cosmog had that fight for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want him in my party.
185 points of damage right off the bat. That's pretty good.
Due to the way this game is coded, all of these Moogles do come into your party at some point. They're just your future party members wearing Moogle suits at the moment.
You know, judging by the equipment that they could equip, that actually kind of makes sense. Oh, that owns actually.
Oh hey, she woke up.
Just the blank stare from Terra is really good. Just like, what?
Yeah, the sprites are very expressive in Final Fantasy VI.
There's a glitch where you can skip naming a character, and when you get them later in the game, they're still a Moogle. That
That's
owns.
amazing.
So, up there is the newbie area.
Yep. There's a couple things in there, I think.
You actually, yeah, you can get items in there if you really want to.
Is there shoes in here? The only pair of shoes.
No.
You can get healed in there at least.
Yeah, I think that bucket is a heal.
More battle tactics.
One of them's like, this is what a treasure chest looks like. And you open it up.
Sir, please. I do not care about your advice, I just want your items.
I'm hunting for treasure in your house.
And these guys will talk about some pretty advanced stuff, actually. Which is why the guy at the door said, you might want to come back here after you've actually played the game a little bit, because they'll talk about stuff like reflect and status effects and such like that.
Monster in a box, what the?
Whoa!
Wow,
So that swanky shield you picked up from Mog isn't something you'll get for several hours.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah, it's a nice little boost.
Oh, they have jobs now.
Mm-hmm.
In the Game Boy Advance version, he's an adventurer, and she is a Magitech elite.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that shield just gave Locke a huge defensive boost.
Locke will never die.
I don't know about that one.
Literally invincible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go into town.
They don't like you.
I don't like that the sprite's blank. It's like weird.
Recently, there was a bunch of newspaper comic strips that decided to start putting their comics up on the web. And as a little thing, they just made the comic strip characters blink on the web with animated GIFs.
Ah.
No.
It's like, why? Why did you do this? It's creepy. You spent extra time to do this.
So one of the neat things about this game is that everyone's health at the same level is roughly the same. They're within like 15 or 20 HP of each other. So even though Terra is 2 levels behind Locke right now, catches up to him in level, they'll both be right around, like at level 7, she'd be right around 140 like him.
Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out who you want to put in the front.
I thought switching in Terra would change the overall music.
No.
Nope. It changes who your head character is, so you can have Terra walk around or Locke.
Mm-hmm. So as Newbie shown off here a little bit via the Steal command on Locke, every character has a unique ability that only they can do. As of right now, Locke's unique ability is Steal, but Terra doesn't necessarily have one. Her unique ability at the start is Magic, because that's kind of a special thing. But the next couple characters we meet have some pretty awesome... That's my phone, sorry.
Yeah, they have some cool abilities, so we want to meet them ASAP.
And obviously because, you know, by this point in the generation, they had sort of a mastery of the console. Animations are way more expressive in this game.
Yep. Now, Final Fantasy VI also has it introduces the desperation attacks, which there's a good chance we won't be able to see any of them this entire playthrough.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's very hard to get a desperation attack off. You have to be below, I think, a 16th of your max HP.
And it's like a 2% chance then.
Yeah, so I remember the first time it happened, it freaked me out because I think it was actually Terra used hers. No, not Terra. Locke used his, and his ability is called Migraine. And it just hits an enemy for a ton of damage. What just happened?
I thought his was Mirage Dive.
It was Migraine in the original SNES.
Okay.
It's probably Mirage Dive in the correct translation.
I think I got Shadows. Shadows is a lot like his Burst Soul Break from Record Keeper.
Who's Shadow?
Yep.
By the way, this is probably my favorite character in the game of all the people you get. Because he's just a goof.
Yeah, this is the king, Elvis.
Yes. Also known as Edgar.
The more important thing is Edgar here can wield spears.
Mm-hmm.
He is a spearman.
Yeah, it's pretty amusing that the cast of characters so far are a magic-using runaway from the Imperial Army, an adventurer, technically a Moogle, and then just a king! Because he's like, hey, I'm in charge of this whole nation that lives in the middle of a desert. That's not weird.
My stone castle has fans.
Just love what are you trying to do? Ah, I see it. I'm off my game. Sorry.
No, Tara's just super socially awkward.
I mean, she was mind controlled until a half hour ago.
So one thing that the Woosley translation, Ted Woosley, by the way, is the guy who did the translation for the SNES version.
Mhm.
He made Edgar a bit different. A couple of his lines make him sound a little bit more, not, I guess cheeky would be the better way to put it. A couple times he'll say some things that are kind of deep in the SNES version, but the original cast he was just saying something off the wall. By the way, get a Bioblaster.
Do I need to buy both of these?
No, you just need the Bioblaster.
Do I pick up a Noise Blaster eventually?
I mean, you can get one later, but you might
You
need
can,
them.
but don't.
Yeah.
Will I?
We
pick
don't know
up
what these things do, by the way.
Will I pick up a Noise Blaster at some point?
You'll be back here again, so you can buy it later. If you want to get one of each, just go for it. But the auto crossbow, you do not need to worry about buying.
Yes. I knew you got some of the things for free. I just couldn't remember which ones.
But anyway, in the SNES version, Edgar in that the throne room, when he's walking away, doesn't say something about his technique being rusty. It's just something like, oh, "Why am I even trying? Because she's so out of it. I shouldn't have even bothered." And not like rude, but more along the idea of I feel terrible for even thinking about it.
By the way, I bought so many.
What are you doing?
I bought so many antidotes as an accent.
Well, he's going shopping. Now, you have someone who can cure with magic, so you don't need to buy so many potions.
Says you.
Also, I'm pretty sure the next spell she picks up is Antidote.
Alright, what if somebody who isn't her needs to cure?
Wait until after the battle?
Look. You never know when you need an item.
This castle must be very, very noisy.
Incredibly so. With all those turbines? Turbines?
Turbines?
Wow. Turbines, yeah, turbines. Turbines.
Turpins. Ah, good. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Run away.
I fucking always love this. Okay, so I think it's supposed to be that the pillow is much smaller than the bed. But to me, it always looked like it was a really big pillow with an indent of somebody just going face first into it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see it.
What does the symbol at the bottom of the bed mean?
Probably just the symbol of Figaro.
Figaro, Figaro, Figaro,
Or Figaro, excuse me.
That's okay, I'm probably going to say Sellies at least once.
Who?
Yep.
This is what I do in any town ever in a video game.
Wander
It's
around.
like, yeah, just gotta check every room, gotta explore everything.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, because you have to actually find someone in the castle who tells you about somebody else, and then you can progress the plot.
I think I pulled that off.
Mm-hmm. Found Matron. Or the High Priestess, excuse me.
Youth.
I like how they couldn't be bothered to make different sprites for them.
Yeah, because they both would have looked very different back then.
They could have had the same sprite.
You could have gotten away with that, yeah.
Punchman.
All right, so this is Elvis' brother, Pelvis.
This is MASH.
Yeah, MASH. God. What a weird, like, name change.
Yeah, his name originally in the Japanese version was MASH, but I think it's a much better name now.
Yeah, Sabin is... he's fun. He's a fun character. You know, of all the characters in this game, Sabin would totally hang out with the cast from Final Fantasy V.
Yes, he would. He'd laugh at them a lot, but he would hang out with them. By the way, count the number of characters in this game, male and female, who have ponytails that are in the main cast. It's a bunch.
Everyone but Locke so far. I guess Mog doesn't have it either.
There's the animation on the ponytail, too, when you walk.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The scrunchy industry must be really, really strong in this world.
She keeps it in place with magic.
Yeah. And
Entire
she has something in her
decision.
hair.
Just a coin flip. There's that music.
So that animation that Edgar had when he said Kefka, no doubt, that's his like really ticked off animation. Everyone has one, but not everyone in the game shows off their ticked off animations except in incredibly rare situations. So you have to go hunting for some people's ticked off animations.
Mm-hmm.
I was just adjusting the volume a tad bit. That song made me realize that the game's audio may have been a little
By the way, here's Kefka. He's Kefka.
Mm-hmm. I thought he was a very unique character. Kind of like a foppish clown.
Yeah, clown is definitely what he's going for. But foppish definitely works too when he's saying there's sand on my boots.
Mm-hmm.
And that incredibly creepy laugh.
Thank you for the bits.
Yep, we're gonna drown that octopus. Oh no, your follow command has knocked some of the bits out.
Oh, I'm actually controlling Edgar.
Yeah, you actually control Edgar
I
here.
was confused. I was super confused.
Why is
Well-
this not a 3-hour long cutscene?
Let me just do the needful.
Yoink.
We'll slap that sword on.
Oh boy, that's a good spear.
Yeah. It's the weakest spear, but it's 32 points stronger than any sword he can have equipped right now. Court Mage Kefka.
I love that they refer to Terra as a girl of no importance. Just like, we are searching for a girl of no importance. Well, why are you searching for her?
There it is. She merely stole something of minor value. Sure.
Be a shame if something happened to it. I seem to remember noticing this when I first played through the game. I really like that there's just sand everywhere on the castle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a very nice touch.
yeah.
The art direction in this game is fantastic.
They could
Cool.
have easily made this castle without all those little like bits and pieces to show that this is actually a castle in the desert, but they went a little bit extra just to make sure to show that off.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright. Our sound volume is acceptable now. I measure it by where on the prongs it is, because they have that in OBS.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, back in control of Terra now. Actually... There we go.
This game is pretty interesting because your point of view character switches constantly.
Yes.
It's almost jarring.
It can be, but I kind of like it because this is very much an ensemble cast.
Yeah, this is not a main character and the rest of the cast, like a
Oh,
lot of the
boy,
other Final
yeah.
Fantasies are.
There have been a lot of very in-depth discussions across magazines and anywhere on the internet about who's the main character of this game. Nobody is, guys. It's an
It's
ensemble cast.
I think this is kind of like Les Mis. Like Les Miserables has different point of focus characters at different points of the story. Yeah, technically there is a main character in Les Mis, but his story kind of stops at the beginning, and he's kind of a background character in everyone else's story as it goes along.
Yeah,
That's right. The answer is Biggs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Biggs, of course.
Biggs is the narrator because he's out of the game now.
Mm-hmm.
Or so you think.
Biggs and Wedge are kind of like the Gonzo and Rizzo.
I would love that. I always have to think who the heck that is because in my head they're always Marley and Marley from A Christmas Story. The Muppets
Well-
Christmas Story.
No, Gonzo and Rizzo are the
Oh wait, no, who are the...
they're the narrators in Muppet Christmas Carol. You're thinking of Statler and Waldorf.
Statler and Waldorf, that's right.
What the? My castle's on fire. Oh, how did I sleep through that one?
How did they set my castle made of stone on fire? Don't worry about it.
Yep, we set your stone on fire in the middle of the desert. I like how he doesn't seem to have the rest of his army there. Just these three guys set this place on fire.
Yep. Well, they did mention that Kefka is the court mage, so maybe he did some magics.
It's magic fire.
Yeah,
he
his
doesn't
two buddies
actually
are...
cast that much magic. He could be the court mage and have Molotov cocktails.
Pretty much. But his two buddies are referencing Beavis and Butthead.
Good times. That one actually flew over my head.
Fire, fire!
By the way, chocobos are in this game.
Chocobos, what the? In a Final Fantasy
good.
game?
Yeah, they look good in this game too.
They do.
The scale, you really kind of get how big chocobos are.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally bird horses.
Sand. What?
They do nothing but close the door behind Kefka as it descends into the sand.
He tries to get in, someone just gives him a boot outside. Just, you have fun out there. This castle is awesome.
Sorry, I'm constantly filling with audio levels. It's what happens when I start a new game.
Mm-hmm. Now, does the sand get into all those fans?
Sure.
Okay.
They fold out and block the sand, of course.
It's just lying somewhere in the middle of the desert, just like, what just happened? Yeah, I think at this point he's supposed to say son of a submariner, which is still one of my favorite lines.
Yeah. The Woolsey translation is fantastic.
Alright, dagger, metal knife. And now we've all upgraded.
Now, if you want a cutscene, you know what you have to do, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Make sure to cast the spell, says chat.
What?
What? No, that's what we had the potions for.
Okay, got it.
So, yeah. So, Edgar, being a machinist, can use tools.
Mhm.
His tools are super good.
He does machines.
His tools are so good that he never has to be in the front row because his tools are so much better than
Holy
any
shit.
of his weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that sort of Middle Ages war machine of the auto crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
No, there it is. Son of a sandworm. You still kind of got it.
Edgar is actually a really good character because he's very tanky because he can wear lots of really nice armor, but you can just shove him in the back row and he's good to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about, Edgar. I have no clue what you were talking about.
Are you going to do a bit this whole time?
What?
Okay.
No, it was just the one thing I remember is that they referenced that because, yes, if you use magic during that fight, there's a whole cutscene where it's like, what the magic?
It's
Yeah.
not just that fight. It's anywhere before
Yeah.
you getting to South Figaro.
Now,
Oh,
what I
okay.
like about this whole thing is Locke just being
Yeah,
like,
just
"Oh,
taking his sweet time."
I'm gonna let this happen. I'm just gonna be over here."
Yeah, you can actually get through that whole sequence and Locke still taking his sweet time getting around. Like, yep, I'm gonna let Edgar take his foot out of his mouth. Yep, there are very few characters that you need in your party that should be in the front row most of the time. Locke is actually one of them.
Oh.
So yeah, we are in mode 7 now.
Yep.
God, I hate this. This sucks.
You're going the wrong way.
You're going the exact opposite direction. You go to the bottom right.
Yeah.
Holy crap, this sucks. I can't tell what is happening at all.
There's a mini map.
Yeah, but like, fucking this doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Sure it
Yeah,
does.
it had better draw distance on the SNES, I think.
It did.
You were going the right way. Turn around.
Yeah, you were going
I
the
found, I
right
found
way.
it. I found the cave. I think.
Good.
Yeah, that's the cave. Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely see a lot more on the SNES version than
All right.
this one.
Apparently, A is also, advanced. Let me just make sure that yes. Okay, everybody. now wielding proper weapons.
Now, Crumb,
What's up?
I'm not 100% sure, but is it better not to get these
Correct.
chests here?
There are
Yeah.
chests in this cave. You don't want to get them.
Yeah, as I said, I have played through most of the first half of this game, and I did recall that that is a thing.
It is also a thing back in Narshi Cave.
Well,
Yeah, I thought of it too late. So, whoops.
It's okay.
they can't upgrade that much, right?
There is actually a weapon in there that you can pick up later on, which wasn't in one of the chests you can open up, because spoilers, there's more places in that cave. I'm going to say you ignore that chest. And I will tell you when you get there.
What the ones I picked up probably just upgrade to like X potions and shit,
Yes, like X potions and stuff like that. There's some stuff in this cave that upgrades to some very good stuff. Well, not very good, but decent stuff. So don't touch anything in here.
And not even the next time you come to this cave, right?
Yeah.
right? Christ. Oh god damn it! That's right. There's a recovery spring here. My potion.
Oh
Right.
no.
Then this is gonna be an extremely short dungeon, as I seem to remember that this cave is extremely straightforward outside the fact that there are a lot of side paths with treasure.
Yep.
Now, I should just use the auto crossbow, but I do want to see the damage that spear does. It's pretty
So
good.
should show off the magic command.
The what now?
Magic.
That's weird. We've already shown that off, really, if you think about it. Okay.
I do like the enemy names in this game. They don't, they're completely unique.
Whoa, she just used magic. Yeah, that thing we just had a cutscene earlier about? Yeah. Sorry, bug.
Magic? Now, I guess the enemies up until now haven't been using magic themselves.
Correct.
I mean, there's that one guy who throws a wrench when he dies, but
That's not magic.
yeah.
That's
Just
just
throwing a
dude
wrench.
throwing a wrench.
Goodbye. Evening. This game's alright. Oh yeah, there's Poisona.
What do you think that does?
Poison someone.
Exactly. The correct path is to the right, by the way.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'd find it eventually.
I know, but since we're not worrying about chests in here, it's just like, don't worry about it.
We're getting experience.
Exactly.
I should be stealing more.
Perhaps.
It's just
Yeah.
free
So
potions.
if you want to in this game, and if you want to steal, that's actually getting a lot of potions and stuff. You can just have Edgar with the memory command with auto crossbow and just pretty much tape the cursor down, and he'll take care of everything by himself.
Oh, that's right. The auto crossbow. I'm not doing a bit anymore. Yeah, that works.
The Bio Blaster also is really good.
Mm-hmm.
The auto bow is a bit faster, animation-wise.
Absolutely. I think the Bio Blaster does a little bit more damage early on, but the auto crossbow is just tried and true useful.
You were going the right way and you turned around.
Yeah, that the steps there leading up are where you want to go.
Okay. The one that leads into the cave in the center.
Yes. Yep.
I thought this went to treasure. Okay, I was wrong. Freedom! Town. Oh! Who's this man?
I don't know who you're talking about.
He slit his mama's throat for a nickel.
I don't know about that.
I enjoyed the mouth harp used in this song.
Yeah.
This is a very old lady. And this wee tot. What's up, tot? Kids aren't allowed in here. What the?
Tiny tot.
Hold up. I love this kid. Just fucking walked in. What? Kids aren't allowed in here. What the? What are you doing? What are you even doing?
She has a bottle of wine in front of her.
I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna shuffle the formation around. There we go. Talk to dog. Pet dog.
Now, newbie, what's the dog's name?
Oh, you don't get the name, but it is the dog's name, not in the scepter.
Interceptor.
Interceptor. I was close.
Yep. Now, this ninja is a ninja, so you have to call him Snake Eyes.
I mean, he does have only one eye.
Or you can call him,
So,
after your favorite ninja, Naruto.
I'm just gonna point this out real quick because this is definitely like an Aghanim sprite-looking weird thing. Whenever I first saw him, I thought the little orange circle was the face mask,
Mm-hmm.
but it's actually this darker bit of black below it. Is
Yeah,
supposed to
the
be
dark-
where the eye slit is.
Yeah, you can actually see his eye there. It's blue or purple.
Right.
That's
And
his
they
eye.
changed the line. It was
Yeah.
one of the best lines.
I know. I love all of the translation from the original SNES thing, but a lot of purists wanted to change the stupid jokes in it.
Yeah. Sorry, he's not slitting his mama's throat for a nickel.
God,
Yeah.
what a good line. He slit his mama's throat for a nickel.
Yeah, you should definitely talk to the dog again when we come back up.
Wait, isn't there something with this guy with the cider?
Later.
Okay.
Later, yep. During the Metal Gear lock phase.
There's actually a ton of hidden stuff in this town, so I need to pull up a thing because
I remember most. Well, I don't remember, but I mean, come on. You search, you explore, you check everything. If it's a crate or a box, it probably has an item.
See, the running joke of Shadow though is he keeps threatening people with his dog, but his dog is super friendly to people.
yeah. Most of the hidden stuff is actually in the mansion in the top town.
Okay.
You can get it later though.
Bonk.
Oh, there's a couple things in there. There's one thing in specific you should get now, but everything else you totally can get later.
Relics. What the? Accessories.
Yeah, you can get sprint shoes. Which
See,
used
when
to-
I played this game the first time, this is the first time I ever heard the term relic.
Mhm.
Like, oh, relics are just like doodads you had. And I didn't realize that they were like of religious significance.
Mhm.
Is there a way to see what these do before buying them?
If you press them once before you actually buy them,
Okay.
it'll show you what it does. It'll say the stuff.
Oh god, it's like,
None of these are worth it.
I don't know. Prevents petrification sounds alright, but also expensive.
Yes, I wouldn't worry about any of this stuff right now.
These are when we come back with oodles of cash.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we are poor, and we need to buy weapons, possibly.
Not really.
We need to buy armor.
There you go.
Mansion.
Yes, the silver spectacles, also called goggles, in the SNES version, did absolutely nothing in the SNES version.
It's because blind, it didn't do very much either.
Well,
did it?
blind only affected evasion, but evasion was bugged in that game, and the only thing that actually mattered was M-evade. Because M-evade applied for both evade and M-evade stats and such.
Thank you for the follow. But yeah, the evasion was mad fucked up in the original.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, you remembered. Hooray!
That room will be important later, if I remember right.
I think if you keep walking straight forward from the hallway you came down, there's a secret passage there.
What's in the box? Money. Clock. That clock didn't give me an ether. There's something wrong with that elixir.
Mhm.
I'm sure we can fix that clock later.
This clock is ticking. This is not a vending machine.
Also, it's okay for me to open up these chests, right?
Yes, Com and I would have told you otherwise.
It's a bit of a moot point.
Yeah. No, there's only 2 or 3 places in the game that have that chests get better thing.
Good, because that shit infuriates me.
Understandable.
All right,
I think.
goes straight down from there.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Yeah, I need to go back to where you were. Just go straight down from the hallway going down. And then go left or right once you go straight down. Because there's a stairway right
Oh,
there.
okay, I see. Got it. Oh, that's good if I remember right. Both of these are fantastic. Awesome. Slap these on a few people. Yep, just start with haste. Fantastic.
Haste. I would strongly suggest haste goes to Edgar.
Done.
Yeah, he's a good character, but he is slightly slow.
So, the Hyperwrist. Hyperwrist increases your strength by half. It's good for people who do a lot of attacking.
Such as Terra.
Yeah.
Sure.
Such as somebody else that we may be getting in the future. But for now, Terra. I may be the richest man in town, but I still get surprised by people that barge into my house. You know what, sir? That's understandable. I'm sorry.
I'm writing to someone
response
how
from
to
him would
attack
be-
this town.
Yeah, a more proper response for him to be would be just, why are you in my house?
Why do you have all that stuff I keep in my basement?
I think there's actually another secret down there somewhere. I forget.
There we go. That's the moneymaker right there, though. No, it's behind the house. I found it.
Yep.
This clock does have an elixir.
Good.
Actually, I'm almost positive there's another one that has a ribbon in it somewhere, but I forget where it is.
Oh,
Do you get a ribbon this
Yeah,
early in this game?
it might actually be later on. There's a
Mhm.
secret passage that has a ribbon.
Wow.
I'm over here now.
Yep, you gotta wait till later. Never mind.
Potion. There we go. That's the good shit. that's gonna keep me alive.
It always freaks me out because a potion in the original SNES version was the high potion,
Mhm.
and a tonic was the potion in this game.
I
So
remember that because that's how it was on the PlayStation.
Yeah. So when you get all these potions early on, when I was playing the GBA version the first time, I'm like, holy crap, I'm getting potions like crazy. And then it actually kicked in. What it was one of those, oh, well, that's not nearly as fun. By the way, I was totally wrong. A lot of the stuff here, like that you can pick up on the outside of South Figaro, on the town section, does upgrade later, but it's nothing worth worrying about.
Okay.
I looked it up and went, oh, that's neat.
I am purchasing a single tent.
Good idea.
It's good to have at least one
It's
of those.
good to have a tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you use them before final battle, though.
Yeah. It's like, seriously, those are... You know, I know there's stuff on the outside wall here. I'll leave those alone.
Don't worry about it.
Yep. All right. Let's shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, welcome to stream. To Semi-Blind. I played this. Actually, I'm gonna do some quick math in my head. I
What's up?
played this game the first time and the only time I played it.
Before you buy equipment here for everybody, don't worry about getting a new weapon for Locke.
Okay, but what about a new weapon for Terra that then would upgrade?
Exactly.
Yeah. I got
I
the
mean,
money.
Terra doesn't need it super much because she's a magic user, but yeah, if you got the money, it's not a bad idea.
But yes, okay. In my head, just trying to do this math as well as I can. I played this game, the first attempt to get through it, and the only attempt I ever did, when I was, I want to say 15, which would have been 15 years ago.
Hmm.
It was
There you
the PS1 version.
We're still really sorry that you tried to do it on that one. By the way, you can just hit optimize here. There's not much in the way of gear that's going to make it like you should be picking the statistically best ones and such.
Oh.
It'll just do it for you.
Look, 5 has scarred me for
I understand,
optimize.
which is why I brought it up.
We're not far enough in the game in order to have certain things be situationally useful.
Yeah, I mean, you're not at the point now where Terra can be wearing armor that's a little bit weaker defensively than other things, but it gives her a magic boost or anything like that, so don't worry about that just yet.
Alright.
Do you need to split a recording at all, by the way?
Oh, yeah, I probably should at this point. Sorry, I got lost in the town and gear. I was gonna split once we got out of the cave and just fucking forgot. It's a long first video. Enjoy. As soon as we get done this fight. Alright,
There
next
you go.
time. Mountains.
And tea.